the cloud. That's perfect. Yes. Thank you. Oh. Okay, Tom.
Okay, Kempo, I was wondering this morning, you mentioned that we should be able to tolerate any type of insult. And then I was wondering how that squares up with Guru Padmasambhava and how he maybe taught the king a lesson by burning him with his flame-throwing finger.
So, okay, so 1 minute. Yeah, that's a, you know, Padmasambhava, he can change to the king. So he has the power. So yeah, he has the power to can change. So for king and subdue his ego and benefit to him. So that's he knows what they have to do. That's also his bodhicitta compassion.
I can understand that. It's kind of a tough love, we would call that. But then on the other hand, too, maybe two more questions on the same line. So even in conventional societies, wisdom, we also have a type of tough love. It's called the police department. The public's not allowed to really do much legally, but this police department has lethal force. Now, could Padmasambhava, or did he ever kill anyone to, not to make a point, but to theoretically save the person from themselves, because he knew that they were going to do something so evil that it would have been more harmful for them to let them do it than to actually end their life and have them begin anew, so to speak?
That's I didn't really get the whole main point. Can you say again? Sorry about.
Well, I think if you take the idea of tough love to the what we would call the extreme, then you could say that it's in certain circumstances it'd be okay to kill someone to save that person from themselves or save other people as well from that person.
That's a Bodhisattva's level. So who can really exchange, who has like that kind of pure intention, perfect good. So that's kind of Bodhisattva is not easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So who has that intention, really pure intention, then that is great.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have just a last question. Do you have that, is the finger that can have the flames coming out of it, is that a type of a city, or is that some sort of relation to a city where it's, what do they call it? Oh, like practice. Somebody would get good at something. Is
that's actually, it's someone has that kind of realize, so then they can control 5 elements. What they want to do, they can do, can change.
Do you have that ability?
As long as they have realized emptiness, the body is not exist for them. So the element they already have controlled. Then, so who has realized emptiness, then everything is possible for them. So who don't have realized emptiness, then whatever says, oh, this is a come from finger, and you have to practice this kind of, even giving instructions, but no happening, no possible.
It's there. They don't have to seek any more understanding of it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. This always come from realizing emptiness.
And do you have that type of realization where you could manifest that?
No, I don't have. Sorry about that.
Because I guess I've seen and heard some very unusual things since beginning with Tibetan Buddhism that would be not something I would say to try to explain or mention to the average person. I would not even consider it. So Traga Rinpoche showed me something very interesting that I probably wouldn't repeat to too many people.
Mm,
So I think he has that ability.
I see. I don't know really.
Okay, thank you.
So that's I really don't know who has that ability.
You know, that question that you asked, Tom, reminded me of that story you had told Kempo about Buddha when he was a ship captain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was before before he was enlightened.
But my question is then, if a bodhisattva would do the same thing, would he have to take on the karma of killing the being and go to the hell realms like Buddha did?
Yeah. The Bodhisattva has courage to do that, who has ability to do, can do that. So that action is only like really high level Bodhisattva can do. But in Shantideva here, it's coming, I think, somewhere. They mention about very clearly, don't do that. Depending you follow your individual level. So you have high level, you know, you have courage. You know, after you don't get what they call the regret, then you can do. But some Bodhisattvas get regret, you know, after they've done something mistake, they cannot do. Then there can be lost Bodhisattva vows.
Mm.
Mm.
But do they take on, they can no longer take on karma once you're bodhisattva, right?
When you Bodhisattva means, you know, which kind of level Bodhisattva? So many different levels of Bodhisattva, right, Mary?
Okay, I can get that, yeah, so.
Okay, so when we also Bodhisattva because we already received Bodhicitta vow. And we are also Bodhisattva, but we really can take others' suffering or can, you know, exchange. It's like only we wishing.
Yeah,
Wishing.
that's
Action.
power.
Action is first primi Bodhisattva. Action.
Yeah.
So action first primi Bodhisattva. Why they can do action? Because they have realized emptiness.
I see.
Even that does is there no pain, no suffering for themselves. They give up their body for others. There's no suffering because they're no longer attached to their own body. Yeah.
I get it.
Okay.
I had a kind of a clarification question myself. When you were talking about, I think it was verse 20, be a wish fulfilling jewel, a magic vase, et cetera, et cetera. Yes. And you were talking about the jewel tree that gives you everything you want. Is that different from or the same as a God realm? You were talking about it as another continent. Is that a God realm where you just want something and it shows up?
They have like called the 4 continents.
Yeah.
So then some continent has that kind of a wish fulfilling tree, wish fulfilling cows.
Yeah.
So that benefited them. There are no gods realm.
It is or is not?
No.
No, okay. But God's realms have things like that.
Yeah, yes. God's realm has like kind of like that too, yes.
But they're like the God realm also then that they have no dharma.
When you receive the this Pardo teaching, so we talk about this, we know wishing to reborn to these other continents, even they have a joy.
Right, right,
So
right.
you have to reborn to right human realm, means right human realm is a certain continents. We are certain continents.
I see.
So these 4 continents is all is humans, but have a different kind of you know, the opportunity, or like, you know, or this different circumstances. Other more better than us, but they're actually the problems that they don't have a dharma, but they're not the God's realm.
But it's not a God's realm.
Yes.
Are the things of samsara on all the continents though, or just? I mean, they are, right?
Of course, that's even there are samsara and they have a more obscuration because for dharma. They don't have a dharma. The reason is they have some levels have a good accumulation merit, but some level they have a more obscuration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then.
Your voice is a little quiet, Kempo, just so you know. Sorry to mention that.
Yes, it's a little bit low.
Here.
And did have a question too. So, in number 23 and 24, you talked about aspiring and engaging. Could you please clarify which one that was 20? I had 23 as aspiring and 24 as engaging, but I wanted to make sure that was.
So, okay, we go through just one by one today. And then when we get there, so you can ask questions.
Okay, and I just had one other question that was more general over all of them. You know, you talked a little bit about are there different levels in when we're reading these? So there's kind of the outer, is there an outer and inner level with these verses also? You said at the very end, some of the meaning was a little bit deeper than just reading the physical meaning of what it was being said. So I was just curious about
this
that.
one that didn't talk about outer inner. So outer inner is like more is Vajrayana teaching.
Vajrayana. And this is Mahayana. Yeah. Oh, okay,
so
thank you.
We don't talk about outer inner secret.
Okay, thank you. That's helpful.
Yeah. Okay, so now we are the 13. So we're going to read the one by one follow. Number 13, Kates, please, can you read?
You want me to do 13 and 14?
Do first only one.
Okay. Having given this body up for the pleasure of all living beings by killing, abusing, and beating it, may they always do as they please.
Okay, so anyone has any questions to that, or it's clear?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, if someone is abusing or blaming you and you wish them to be free of suffering and causes of suffering, are you helping them? If you wish.
So we wishing them, yes, we wishing them.
So does that really help them?
If the Bodhisattva aspiration, so it's depending, I think. We don't know, but the Bodhisattva always have a good aspiration for everyone.
Okay.
That's
no good practice. Good practice.
Yeah, good practice.
Okay.
So the person who has that aspiration, that person is increasing quality and purify karma, definitely. But really happening for others is, I don't know. We don't know. It's dependent, you know. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's good. Then I think everyone okay for that. Tom, why can you read the 14?
Although they may play with my body and make it a source of jest and blame because I have given it up to them, what is the use of holding it dear?
Okay, so anyone has questions about that? So what is the use of holding it there? Means like ask questions. Who going to give answer?
Holding it dear, it means your body, what is, you think it's yours, right? You already give up, correct?
Yeah, so answer is what are you going to say answer?
Holding it dear mean holding your, the body, holding to samsara.
So then answer?
Answer is your own body.
No, no.
No?
The answer is
No.
there's no use in holding it dear. What use is there? There's no use.
There's no
Of
point.
course.
Does that mean letting go of attachment to it?
Yeah.
Because you're
Yes,
already
yes,
on.
Yes.
yes.
Kenpo's looking for that keyword, attachment.
So no attachment, letting go. Because why is it like not belong to us? Then why you going to try to you know giving advice, suggestion for yourself? Because that is no longer to yourself.
I have a thought,
So anyway,
Kempo.
the let go.
Of attachment.
I have a
But in
thought,
here,
Kempo.
they talk about attachment to your body, though, right? They use that example, your body, as an attachment. Is that right, Kenpo?
Okay, so they may play with my body as someone play with our body and make it a source of yes and blame. So they want to do that because I have given it all up to them already. What is the use of holding? Then why we going to holding our body to attach to our body? Just whatever that says is the let go. Your body is the same as the tree. Your body is the same as the stone. So there who blame who blame or who just you know play is they're doing same is for play with the tree. They play with the stones. Then why you holding still? So that means like whatever people are telling you, don't hold anything because no longer that's belong to you. Just let it go.
Campo, does that mean like if they're making fun of you or what? Playing is usually fun.
Yeah, making fun of you, yes.
Okay, so not the fun
Yeah.
kind of like, not like you're doing a sports together or exercising.
No.
Flying a
Making play with the fun with the like front of other people and like just anyway, you try to like say no nice is something, you know.
Okay, I understand. Thank
Yeah. So then we don't have to hold that because it's already giving to others. Then why you still attached to Shanti Devas? Let go. Don't holding it there. So now next is Penn Beach.
Kimpo, I think
Pen.
Tom had a question on that one before we go off of 14.
I was wondering,
Oh, 14 has.
I was wondering, Kempo, is it also similar to say that if someone were to abuse us, that it's the same as not reacting, so we can make a wise choice for that person or for ourselves? In other words, a reaction is usually based on a conditioned idea of what's going on in the moment. And if one doesn't react and gives it space, which is already there, by the way, wouldn't that be, is that as similar to what you're getting at?
Can you say again? I didn't get the story of what.
Let's see. Having given up this body for the pleasure of all beings, although they may play with my body and make it a source of jest and blame, because I have given it up to them, what is the use of holding it dear? That's almost like you're trying to, the statement they're saying is kind of like trying to recondition the person's mind to maybe not react to a situation. And instead,
Yes.
so if one doesn't react to the abuse and gives it space and to see how it unfolds, the situation unfolds, it's far wiser. And I'm not sure if that's similar to what you're the intent of Shantidev's quote.
So okay, who understand another different ways? Anyone has a comment?
I think about people as children. When you have a child, your child is going to pull your hair and hit you, yell at you, and do a whole bunch of things that they're going to do because they're a child. But you understand, you don't get mad at a child because it's a child. And so you understand that, they're ignorant and they're learning and they don't have empathy yet. So I could be wrong, but that's how I think of it.
I was thinking of the exact same example. That's just one example, yeah.
Okay, so there anyone, others?
I have a question, Kimpo.
Yeah.
Can you speak a little bit more? You said there's no use in giving yourself advice. Can you speak a little bit more about that, please?
You mean which one?
For verse 14. So there's no use in having attachment to your body, and then you said, I think I understood, there's no use in giving yourself advice. So does that mean there's no use in thinking about the situation very much?
So the main point, Shantideva, was your body is already given for other beings. Then why you still holding? So whatever they do, just let them to do and benefit for them. So that's he make main point, simple way, right? Example, like I give like this someone, like okay, this give it to someone. Then they want to use good way or just they wanted to use better way. So I have to let it go. Why still are holding that? It's no useful to holding.
Thank you.
Okay, so no. The next one, Tom, can you read? No, it's like who read the? Oh, Pam, right? Pam, can you read the 15?
Yes. Therefore, I shall let them do anything to it that does not cause them any harm. And when anyone encounters me, may it never be meaningless for him.
So very similar. This all is just Bodhisattva's aspiration, the wishing that or the body benefit for others. Their own body, speech, and mind benefit for others, not the causes of harm. It's the Bodhisattva's wishing their own body's benefit for them, causes of happiness, not causes of harm for them. Whatever they're using, positive way or they use negative way, doesn't matter. Bodhisattva's wishing their the causes of happiness. Anyone has comments to that, or everyone okay? That's so it's very similar, yeah.
Well, the second part, and when anyone encounters me, may it never be meaningless for him. It seems that one's demeanor is, or intent is always to be a benefit, isn't it?
Yeah, always a benefit. It doesn't matter positivity, negativity. When anyone consult me means like you positively, negatively, anyway, whatever concentrates me. So may it never be meaningless for him. It's benefit for them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a Bodhisattva's wish. It's a little bit crazy for regular people think. Yes.
Yes.
So that's why Bodhisattva is not ordinary people's wishing same, cannot be same, right? Bodhisattva means so not ordinary person. They are special, unusual. That's why their wishing is different than we ordinary people wishing. So actually, we usually thinking about taking care of our benefit own and selfish. So Bodhicitta means like everything is opposite of that. That does everything.
And so imagining this is habituating it?
Habituating, yeah, create it karmic imprint, habituating. Even like really some short moment time is a very good intention. Kindness arise in mind, the purify Lord karma. It's very powerful for the spiritual practice.
To have this intention for a moment.
Yeah, even you have this intention for moments arise, it's very powerful, purify Lord's karma. But that's why it's precious, precious thought means not easy to arise for regular people, ordinary people.
So that was so many of these verses are for most an aspiration, and it's a capacity that they could actually be performed. Am I understanding that?
Yes, a capacity, and mostly right now this our beginner level is all is wishing,
aspiring,
aspiration. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So then action is like like comes after. So when you're ready to action, of course some part you can have action, but it's everything right now here says the action is not easy.
And
so could be we just intention, aspiration.
And could be incorrect if you don't have the capacity for that, correct? Like that would not be good to try to do the action if you don't have the capacity. Is that correct too?
So that's the answer is Shantideva going to give more information.
Okay.
So we can see what he says.
Okay, I'll wait.
I wait or two. Okay, so now next, Mary, please. Happy birthday, Mary. Please read 16.
Thank you, Kempo. All right. In those who encountered me, a faithful or angry thought arises. May that eternally become the source for fulfilling all their wishes.
Yeah, so anyone has any comments for same actually, or this so far we did other the verses, and this verses is the same thing.
Well,
just
I thought
different, little bit different aspects.
I thought one thing that was interesting about this one is it wasn't about just being a positive thought, a negative thought also. So whatever thought they had that arises would create the source of fulfilling their wishes in whatever
Yes.
way. That's a little
Yes.
different from what we usually think, you know.
Yeah. So usually we think only who has, you know, faithful, then it's fulfilling all the wishes, but no one thinks it's anger thought arise, which fulfilling their thoughts. So there's a Bodhisattva's aspiration, no bias. Okay, so now it's 17. EDG, please.
I think that you're talking about that 16 that they're if those who encounter me and he's talking about a faithful or an angry thought, it doesn't matter what the individual that encounters him, it either is good or bad or indifferent. He wants to fulfill all of help fulfill all of their desires.
Yes. Yes.
But now does that helping to fulfill all of their desires, that doesn't necessarily direct them to enlightenment?
So this is the Bodhisattva's wishing, so their power of intention, Bodhisattva's intention. And their intention is so actually, yeah, it's here directly says like their Bodhisattvas like made their internally become the source for fulfilling their wishes. The wishes they fulfilled, but is this wish fulfilled or is like more deeper level or more indirectly is talking about the fear, the benefit, like happiness for them. So wishing they have a happiness, causes of happiness. So that means they are take to the, you know, liberation. Wishing they have liberation. So it's, we can say wishing fulfilling all the wishes means we wishing their liberation too.
It doesn't really mean then that, you know, it doesn't really.
Just a both. Both means like temporarily wishing that what the wishing is feared, temporarily, permanently wishing there have liberation.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just direct and indirectly, you know, directly wishing they're temporary, what they wish, indirectly wishing they have liberation.
So Kenpo,
okay. EDG.
Oh, sorry, please go.
Yes, fine, please.
I'm reading it again and again, and I think 15 and 16 are together somehow. You know, it tied somehow.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's say anyone who encountered me may never be meaningless. You know, they would get benefit. And then even if those who are angry or upset with me also will reap benefits. So I think that tied together, it's just that the way the verse separate out, it makes us a little bit, you know, looking.
Yeah, this all is like tied. Actually, you know, the this all like what we did is all is tied together. It's the same aspiration. Same all is aspiration. Same. Okay, so now we go to the 17.
Okay.
EDG.
May all who say bad things to me or cause me any other harm, and those who mock and insult me, have the fortune to fully awaken.
Okay, so that is see, it's all is the wishing is temporarily, and the final is like waking Buddhahood. That's all going to together, so kind of, you know. So now, little bit different ways aspiration. Just right now we did is, or is it's all aspiration for what the other beings, you know, like actually our body, speech, mind benefit for them, to fulfill them, benefit for them. So now next is this our aspirations become we are whatever their desires for that materials, what these beings need. So that's these aspirations coming next is little bit different ways aspiration. So one, can you read the 18?
Yes, Kambalan. May I be protector for those without one, a guide for all travelers on the way. May I be a bridge, a boat, and a ship for all who wish to cross the water.
Okay. So wishing is a protector, guide for travelers, wishing for bridge, boat, and transportations. So wish to cross the water, cross the ocean of samsara.
T had a hand raised. I don't know if they had a question, if they have a mic.
Who?
It's T. There they are. Okay. T, did you have a question? I saw your hand raised.
Yeah, I had a question on the last one. If I were to encounter a great bodhisattva and I thought that they were doing something to harm me because of my ego, and I did something really bad to them, would I then have collective karma with them? And would they have so much aspiration with their love that they would be right there with me and help guide me out through being aware of what I was doing wrong? Is that the sort of thing that this is talking about, or am I just totally off?
No, can you say again, sorry?
Sure. So oftentimes I find that because of my ego, I might respond with hostility or, negative thoughts. And sometimes I encounter people who I believe are great bodhisattvas or just really pure beings, and maybe I've misunderstood, and like even just a thought towards such a pure being, I feel can create such negative karma, and there can be so much remorse for me. And then one of the things that I've seen happen is that individual will kind of like have some collective karma with me, where even though they let me make a mistake that was kind of vast for the situation, they seem to be there with me and help me to have some sort of awareness while I'm purifying. So it might be that like the karma I've taken on by having even just a negative thought towards a pure being is really, really big. But the Bodhisattva's love is so great that when that negative karma comes, they're not there to like show me exactly what to do, but just to like turn the light on kind of thing. Is that kind of the type of love that a bodhisattva has?
Okay, so I'm not sure I'm going to give one answer, but it's I'm not sure I understand like all your main point. So if not, my answer is not related to your question. So let me know again, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, we are just discussion together. Right now it's like this, all is discussion. Also, even I didn't give answer, someone understanding, teach question clearly, so that you can also give answer too. So actually, the follow the karma and this Buddhist our aspiration is like just different ways practice, different ways we practicing. Talk about the karma, then talk about the collective karma and the individual karma and the sufferings also, like we think, oh, purifying my karma. And so that's also another way to follow the karma, thinking about the karma and purify our obscurations. So another method we usually do that way. And this one is only talking about the aspiration, bodhicitta's aspiration power, and how to use this way aspiration and purifying karma. And then also we first we purify our karma and create accumulation merit, and also these wishes become more strong and powerful. Then we have ability to help for others. So then sometimes like you have people to like maybe helping you something together. So that we cannot say bodhisattva yes or not. We don't know. I don't know each situation. So bodhisattva more is like benefiting others, is liberating causes of like happiness, like create like more spiritual guide way, benefiting. And at the same time, of course bodhisattva's aspiration is like whatever beings need, they are effort to that, but actually the more is like guide for path, right direction. So they have their aspiration. We do this aspiration is actually we have purify our karma and create accumulation merit. So this has become very strong, more, and then we can benefit more others. So we have more ability. Each situation has a different. So we really cannot give answers, generally, and we have to follow the specific, situations. Then okay, so this could be bodhisattva's action, or this can be just coincident, coincident, right? Some actions like collectively happening. Some actions like we create a karma. Some actions like become we purifying karma. So they all has different situations like followed by specific.
I guess I'm talking about specifically when a bodhisattva is allowing someone to abuse their body. If they hold on to their body, it's only going to cause them suffering because they've already given it up. But that person who's abusing their body is taking on such negative karma by abusing a bodhisattva of pure view.
Okay,
but
so
there's
yes,
some sort of connection between the two. So
yes, I give
bodhisattva
that
is going
yes.
to keep that person aware of what they were doing wrong. So even when they're suffering, they're aware, so they're getting out of the suffering. I guess that's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay, so that's actually I talked this morning answer. Is actually see this kind of a bodhisattvas let them to do abuse, let them to do these bad things, create whatever they wanted to create a karma. So bodhisattvas let them to do. So kind of like that way, but actually main point is bodhisattvas is aspiration for whatever, like, the aspiration is they're benefiting for others. Whatever happening, other people do better things for me. I wish they have happy. I wish they have good life. So like that, So that's
But is that
become
aspiration
actually
causing
Bodhisattva's.
awareness? Is the aspiration causing awareness to arise for others?
The aspiration is not really like aspirations. Okay, I've become the person is like that, and then I wish that person abuse me. I wish this person's like torture me. I wish this person's like kind of telling bad words to me. That this person use me for slaves. So not that kind of a wishing. The wishing is if someone telling me bad words, and I wish, okay, that person don't get negative, because I already not going to hold what he says, this words. The reason is I'm no longer to myself. I already giving up benefit for others. I'm not going to hold that words. And if someone beat us, we say, okay, I'm not going to hold that in my mind. Try to going to care them, like just let go and wish them free from that, not affected that karma. We wishing them free from their karma.
The only way that they can be freed from the karma is if they have awareness and regret and they actually change, right? If they rejoice in hurting a bodhisattva, they will definitely have bad karma, unless they
have a karma, but this is a bodhisattva's aspirations. Bodhisattva, their aspirations, like they have good karma, but actually, there who does that person is wrong.
Excuse me.
Bodhisattvas wishing them have a happiness.
Kempo?
Yes. So think about first, like when we meditate and love, we wishing all our enemies have a happiness.
But how can an enemy have happiness if they're hurting people? How is that?
I think I can.
That's a Bodhisattva's aspiration. Pray for Bodhisattva's aspiration, not the animal's power.
Kempo? If we ourselves are bodhisattvas and we're also sentient beings, if we're allowing other people to engage in this behavior towards us, we're letting them use us for whatever purposes they may deem pleasurable, because some people find these horrible things pleasurable. Aren't we in a way breaking our vows?
Can you say again? I didn't get sorry.
If we are bodhisattvas ourselves and we are sentient beings, so if we allow others to do this to ourselves, to like somebody wants to beat us or hurt us, and we allow that to happen, or they do use us for some type of other pleasure that they gain. Let's say they're hurting and they somehow gain a satisfaction out of that. Aren't we in a way breaking our vows? Because we're promised to show compassion to all sentient beings, and we are sentient beings. And if we allow somebody to hurt us, we're allowing them to hurt a bodhisattva.
Yes. So see, that is the like
try to explain
depending the bodhisattva's level.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Can I try to explain, Kempo? Oh, sorry.
Yes, you can go. Yeah, you go ahead, please.
Thank you.
I think that there's not really a problem with that teaching, although I definitely see those two women's points, very good points. I think what we're looking at is a teaching that has to be kept in mind. What the general intent of the teaching is to soften the student's mind to in other words, Garchin would usually say to get rid of the knots in the heart, to dissolve the hard spots. So you have to be aware that time, place, and circumstance, when this teaching was given to what it is now, it may be exactly the same, it may not. In a way, it doesn't matter. The intent of it is, like I said, and you have to keep that in mind for the teaching in general. I think Kempo was saying that it's aspirational bodhicitta, which he's getting at the exact same point. Don't try to read into it that much is what you're doing. You're right, it doesn't mean you're wrong, but maybe cut the teaching a little slack in a sense, and just take it on Kempo's advice that we're aspiring to have bodhicitta or a compassionate mind, and keeping in mind that all of these sentient beings that are doing us harm possibly now or in the future, in the past, they have been our mothers, and they've shown us great kindness at other times. And I think you'll be all right.
Okay, thank you. So, and Bhavini, he wanted to say?
Yeah. Okay, Kempo, I'm feeling something here where if someone were to do something to me, punch me in the mouth, okay, for my big mouth like I've got now, and if they do that and I don't do anything back to them and I forgive them, then my forgiveness takes away their karma for that act. Is that not correct?
No, then
So you giveness take the other's karma, you mean?
Well,
No, releases their karma.
in other words, they would create karma by punching me or hurting me.
Yes.
Okay, but now if I forgive them, doesn't that remove that karma from them? Or at least not allow the, not have the karma as so severe?
So that's we really don't know. It's depending the person's intention. If the who really, this all is like Bodhisattva's action is followed by intention. The action is doesn't matter. Like intention is very powerful, right? Someone like hit, maybe that hit has good intention to hit. You know, Telopa hit shoes for Naropa. So then it's realized like kind of purify karma. So that also have something like that too. Good intention to benefit. Or someone like the heat is emotionally hit for someone. So emotion is always a causes of suffering. Intention, good intention is a causes of happiness. The heat is like even action is the same, but depending the big behind the like intention. And then also if someone they don't react, but that's also dependent the person's intention. If they act, okay, I'm going to lose something. If I act, I don't action, I can make this person bad. I'm look good. So already that person even no actions, don't like react beat against others, So no, you give looks like give up, but actually intention makes it different. So we don't know. This each situation is really don't know. Always have to follow by individual's intention, and then it's someone who has a clairvoyance. They can make decisions. We don't know. So we only see the actions, right? We don't see the like behind the like and the invisible intention. So long as you have something like wanted to giveness and wishing they have happy and not really thinking about own benefits, let them go. Okay, I don't want to create problems like so. Or it's like that kind of good ways givenness. Of course, it's good intention that purify their own karma. So actually, we wanting the help is like that benefit us, purify our karma. So this like the Bodhisattva activity is and our ordinary people activity is opposite. That's why like right now we have some, you know, even talking about Bodhisattva actions like go through the ordinary people's activity too, like thinking that come back to our mind because we are ordinary, you know. So ordinary people always think it's the same as like worldly thinking, it's the same as business thinking. And the Bodhisattva's thinking is like opposite of that. So example, actually who abuse us, Bodhisattva wishing them have a happiness. They don't upset themselves. They're wishing them have a happiness. Then there's abuse, someone abuse Bodhisattva. They become the abuse is useful. The Bodhisattva or the negativity is take to the path. The main point is the negativity no effect for them. This other people, whatever that does negative things, they all is use that for their own practice. Create the, you know, positive. Negative is a change to the positive. Even someone hit to Bodhisattva, the Bodhisattva wishing or they have a happiness. They don't think, okay, he hit me and I have to hit back. They don't do that, and then they don't think, oh, he hit me. I wish he has that result, causes of suffering. They don't think that way. They only change their intentions. So all the negativity is they take to the path anyway. So ordinary people, all negativity is create negativity. Bodhisattva said the negativity is take to the path. See, this actually, Shantideva is, he knows this is not great. That's why even this kind of so bad things, people come to me. I'm never going to wishing they have a bad. So I'm going to wishing instead they have a happiness. That is the Shantideva said.
Okay, thank you, Kempo. That makes a lot of sense. So the pure view and the altruistic motivation, regardless of what happens, is all that we need to keep in mind. And the result for the individual is their karma, and we're not responsible for that. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. We think they have always happiness. We don't respond. Exactly. See, Shantideva, here is like whatever here says is all is bad things. And the world, everyone we said that's all who telling this kind of like, you know, especially here is the 13 is killing, abuse. That is really negative, strong negative. Shantideva has a so strong courage, compassion. He said, someone going to kill me, I'm never going to wishing they go to hell realms. I wish they have happiness. So I wish they not affected their karma. So then Shantideva has that wishing. So the wishing is a benefit the who harm, we don't know, but the Shantideva himself can become Buddha. The intention is so powerful. Yes, Fan, please.
Doesn't Bodhisattva already have that clairvoyance? Because while you were talking, you also say that clairvoyance. So they probably will see, because usually sentient beings like us, we get worried when we see the result. When we get into problem, that's when we said, oh no. But Bodhisattva, they would be able to see far, right? So they can see the result. Therefore, their focus is on the intention, and because they have clairvoyance, right? So does all Bodhisattva have clairvoyance, and they would know even
we
if
don't know all the Bodhisattvas. We are also Bodhisattvas. We have a clairvoyance. Everyone has clairvoyance.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Then the Bodhisattva is always depending different levels. So now we're doing this aspiration, right? So anyway, like one day someone going to like we just does like aspiration. Like when you wake up morning, say today, someone who tell me bad words, I'm not going to react for that person. I want to wish that person have happiness. So that's we wishing. We don't know that person really someone going to telling bad words, but okay, today someone tell me bad words. I'm going to wish they have happiness. Someone today took my wallet. I want that has benefit, generosity for them. I'm not going to hold that. I'm not going to call police. Okay, I'm going to let them to take. So that is the Bodhisattva action. Yeah.
Thank you, Kenpo.
Yeah,
So
on the right, today someone punched me, I'm not going to punch back. I wish that punch is useful for benefit for him, and wish that causes wish have happiness. So that is the Bodhisattva does.
But Kempo, if they need anger management and that punching only made their anger worse, that's not helping them. Isn't that making more bad karma for them?
No, of course, someone punching you, so you punching them is there, then that makes more worse, right?
Yes, but I
if someone punching you, so someone punching you, you take that. Thank you. So I'm sorry. See, that's all use that word. Other people also then sometimes like their reaction change right away.
Well,
See?
sometimes it doesn't. If they, like I said, if they have anger management or they're one of these very angry sociopathic type of people or have some type of disorder, it may make them want to do that more to other beings, and then that's creating.
That's a kind of a like, we know we think they harm me. Even if they harm me, I don't want to harm them. We can try to stop that harming for us. We just not like, oh, please harm me, Not like that.
No, I don't mean that.
Some people not try to harm me, but someone do to really emotion. We cannot stop the harm for us. So then the individual level, so we depending our level, we can take care for that. Some high level bodhisattvas, they're which they're free from suffering, causes of happiness, all this kind of, they have a really strong high level wishing that don't affect, that don't keep the mind. Otherwise, someone punch for us, like I kept that in my mind. I cannot sleep,
Well,
then the punch is not that much, but you holding that is more worse, more harm to yourself, your mind.
Kempo, there's
so Bodhisattva don't hold that.
There is
Bodhisattva to become the punch me. Okay, that's good. My body is today useful. Okay, so someone can punch me. They maybe they're satisfied. Wish they have happiness. So that does like that. Just always like different actions that take different ways, aspirations.
I understand that part, but there is something that's built into us as humans that's called the fight or flight response. And it often is activated like instantaneously if we're in a car accident or somebody hurts us. And that is a chemical process that's going on within us that we have no control over. It would be like, let's say you fear for your life, so you react, you react in a defensive way. Or like I said, if you're in a car accident, because I know somebody who worked with the police and they would see this often, if they were in an accident, a lot of the time the reaction was they would actually get up and jump out and start running. But when you have that fight or flight response happen in you, that it's really hard to even say you have control of yourself in that moment, or to even remember what you've done. And I don't think I've ever punched anybody, but like if somebody's going to try to hurt my family or something like that, or try to harm
So
them,
that's like Lisa, there's always like different levels of actions. Of course, Bodhisattva, like someone going to harm someone, Bodhisattva can subdue that, have to subdue that person. If you don't subdue that one, it's also like broken samaya, as we already talked in the essence of Mahayana. Each action situation has need different actions to taken care. Not always say like, okay, I'm not going to react to anything, just beat me or whatever you want, not like that, okay?
Thank you.
Kempo.
Each one has that like different actions Bodhisattvas does.
Kempo.
Benefit others.
Thank you.
The main point is that they don't do their own benefit. That everything is like intention is wishing for benefit others. Then wishing for benefit others, you have action to subdue. Like example, someone like have mental crazy or some emotions like create so much negativity for others. Bodhisattva knows they have subdued that, they subdued them.
So I think it comes down to the three simple things of intention, impermanence, and what's the other one? I forgot.
Okay.
Got the third one. Non-attachment.
So now we go to the 19.
Kempo, your sound is breaking up a little bit, just so you know, okay? It's not connecting.
19. Wi-Fi.
I still hear you well, Kempo.
Okay, so now it's I think better. It's on the wrong Wi-Fi. Hello?
Yeah, thank you. That's much better now. It was.
That's better. It was crackly.
It was disconnecting a little bit, so that's great. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so now we go to the 19. Aminda, please, can you read 19?
Yes, Kimble. May I be an island for those who seek one, and a lamp for those desiring light. May I be a bed for all who wish to rest, and a slave for all who wants a slave.
So that's all Shantideva's aspiration. Someone use him sleep, he said, wish them have a happiness. So it's okay, my voice, can you hear there?
Yes.
Or it's like losing or no?
Yeah, not the same.
Okay.
I think
So then,
David had a question too, Kempo. He had started, and I think I interrupted him. Sorry, David.
David, he's going to read the 20. Okay, read the first 20.
20. Can you hear me, Kempo?
Yes.
Okay. 20. May I be
Yes.
a wishing your a magic vase, a powerful mantras, and a great medicine. May I become a wish fulfilling tree and a cow of plenty for the world. 21? You want 21 also? No?
No, it's okay. So that's a good. That's good. So do you have any question there, 20?
No, no, no.
David?
It was a comment later about the other one, but no worries.
Okay. So David, I think you have a question here or some last when we start and you said.
Yeah. What happened?
Oh no. I think okay.
You said me.
Yeah, if you have, yes.
No, the only comment that I have discuss, in the discussion that Lisa have and Kempo and everything, when I started the Buddhist, we received a teaching for Kilti Rinpoche. He gave us the 8 verses of training of the mind, and there was a verse that put a lot of controversy in that group. Is what you're saying. If somebody mistreat me or treat me badly, or I put too much effort and they treat me badly, I have to see it like a spiritual teacher. And everybody react in the room. We are beginners. And somebody said, if somebody hit me with a stick, that's I have to blame that person. And like you said, this high-level Bodhisattvas, well, the answer was, it's not the person. The thing that hit you was the stick. The person is a Buddha. And he hit us because we didn't expect that answer for him. Blame the stick, not the person. The person
Yeah, that's always coming from this teaching, Shantideva's teaching.
Yes, and
yeah.
That was something that happened with me for 16 years, and it's difficult to see it that way, but he said it that way.
Hard to do that is only wishing first.
Yeah, it was really
aspiration first, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Lisa, okay, can you read the 21, please?
Yes, just a minute, Kempo.
Thank you, Kempo.
Just like space
Thank you,
and the great elements such as earth, may I always support the life of all the boundless creatures.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Bodhisattvas, it's the wishing like benefit others the same is this all elements, earth, space, waters, benefit beings. So the wishing the same is like they will benefit others. Okay, so now Bhavani, can you read the 22? Bhavani.
Okay, I had to unmute, I'm sorry. 22, and until they pass away from pain, may I also be the source of life for all the realms of varied beings that reach unto the ends of space.
Thank you. So that's a very special aspiration. They wanted to free all sentient beings free from samsara. End of space. So the main point is I'm not going to enlighten until all these beings free from samsara. Okay, so now next is Shankara. Can you please read the 23rd?
23. Just
23rd,
just as the previous, what is that?
Sungatas
gave birth to an awakened mind, and just as they successfully dwelt in the Bodhisattva's practices.
Thank you. So Debbie read the 24, these two go together.
Likewise, for the sake of all that lives, do I give birth to an awakening mind. And likewise, shall I too successfully follow the practices.
So your David, your question is the first one is taking the aspiration bodhicitta. You read is like called engaging bodhicitta.
Okay, thank you. That was exactly my question. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So then that's our receive 23rd, 24 is essence of bodhicitta, taking the vows. The other or like number 1 to 22nd. So that's all is actually preparation, aspiring like bodhicitta before like you really taking the bodhisattva vow. So 23rd, 24th is receiving the bodhicitta vow. The first 23rd is aspiration, bodhicitta. 24th is engaging bodhicitta. That is the essence of bodhicitta, receive the vow. So now it's 24, 25, sorry, 25 is conclusion part of the bodhicitta's rejoice. First is like rejoice ourselves and rejoice for others. So 25 is rejoice ourselves. 25, Deb Connor, can you chant the 25, please?
Sure I can, but before that, I don't know if anybody cares, but it's not successfully, excessively. In 23 and 24, and just as they successively go in the Bodhisattva practices, likewise I shall too successively follow the practice. That means step by step by step. I don't know if that, but I noticed that. So 25, in order to further increase it from now on, those with discernment who have lucidly seized an awakening mind in this way should highly praise it in the following manner.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thanks.
So now 26 is fun, please.
Yes, Kenpo. Today my life has borne fruit, having well obtained this human existence. I've been born in the family of Buddha, and now am one of Buddha's sons.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So now today starting we are used for our life. Starting today, so we say we are Buddha's son and daughter. So we are family of the Buddhas. All the previous life is useless. So now today starting is useful because we have received bodhicitta vow. So we have become Bodhisattva. That's today my life has been fruit is like starting like talking about relative truth bodhicitta. And sometimes like today my life has been fruit means absolute truth bodhicitta. So same words but it's different. This when we receive the vow is called relative truth bodhisattva. And when you get realization, then it's called absolute truth bodhisattva. So then 27 is commitments. We're not going to broken the Buddha's family. So Sandra, please, can you read that one? 27.
Yes. Thus, whatever actions I do from now on must be in accord with the family. Never shall I disgrace or pollute this noble and unsullied race.
Thank you. Anyone has any comments? No, right? So now 28 is K Yinping So.
just like a blind man discovering a jewel in a heap of rubbish. Likewise, by some coincidence, an awakening mind has been born within me.
Thank you. So we found very special bodhicitta is we found today, special. 29. Tia, can you read 29?
Yes, Kempo. It is the supreme ambrosia that overcomes the sovereignty of death. It is the inexhaustible treasure that eliminates all poverty in the world.
Thank you. So that's all talking about the bodhicitta's power. So the 29 is like when we receive bodhicitta, so now we can really benefit others. Same is this medicine and wish fulfilling giver. Lily, can you read 30?
30, Campbell?
Yeah. 30.
It is the supreme medicine that quells the world's disease. It is the tree that shelters all beings wandering and tied on the path of conditioned existence.
Thank you. So then 31st, Sylvia Scholar, can you read the 31st? Sylvia Scholar, I think Scholar.
I cannot, Kempo. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So then, Naomi, can you read the 31?
I can't read right now because I'm driving.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, you are on the way. So you are Bodhisattva's way, yeah? Then, I can see everyone or no? I don't know. So go back to Curtis, please. 31.
It is the universal bridge that leads to freedom from unhappy states of birth. It is the dawning moon of the mind that dispels the torment of disturbing conceptions.
Okay. So bodhicitta is the same as the moon. If bodhicitta arises, our mind release all these emotions. So moon release the heat. Then 32 is Tomwa. Can you please read 32?
Yes, Kempo. It is the great sun that finally removes the misty ignorance of the world. It is the quintessential butter from the churning of the milk of Dharma.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So ignorance is the same as the dark. Sun is the same as bodhicitta. So bodhicitta remove all our ignorance, emotions. Same as the sun remove the darkness. 32, 33, Pam. You are mute.
There, okay. 33, for all those guests traveling on the path of conditioned existence who wish to experience the bounties of happiness, this will satisfy them with joy and actually place them in supreme bliss.
Okay, so now we finish it today. There is anyone has a questions there?
No, I just wanted to say thanks, Deb, Virginia Deb, for pointing out about successively and successively. There is a difference, so thank you. That changes the meaning quite a bit, so thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to be about it.
No, thank you.
Did you want to read the last verse, Kempo?
We stopped the teaching there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Today we stop there, Mary.
Okay.
So
I
the last
forgot.
verse is starting tomorrow. Actually, they're going to change the different chapter. I didn't recognize that.
Well,
So I
Kempo,
know that change the subject there is actually different subject. I didn't recognize if they finish the verses is going to change the chapter.
Weren't we on this chapter a few weeks ago?
No, this is
Okay,
following.
because I
This
missed
one
quite
has
a bit.
many chapters. And now we're going into the chapter, going to finish chapter 3.
Thank you, Kempo.
So tomorrow I'm going into the chapter 4.
Okay.
Kempo,
Yes.
can you hear me? Is my mic working? Oh, I just want to say your teaching's been wonderful. I sometimes when I get together with my Dharma friends, we talk about
Cannot hear.
what book. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Can you
can
hear
you
me?
say?
Yes. I say your teaching's been wonderful. Sometimes when I get together with my Dharma friends, we talk about one book we'd escape with if we had to go somewhere with one book. It always comes down to this book. So you're really bringing it alive to me, and you're reminding me of how much I really love this book, and your teaching's been great.
Thank you. Shanti Deva's teaching is great. His aspiration is great. His action is great, right?
What if you're not sure about that? What
Yes.
if you prefer Gampopa?
Gambo power is like come from this teaching. This is the first.
It was first?
Yeah, of course. Like many hundred years. This is being before Gambopa.
Why is there so much negativity though? Is this like,
Whereas,
it makes me think of like these holy people that are monks or nuns who go and they take these like whips and they hurt themselves like in the name of Jesus or Christ or whoever. This kind of reminds me of that negativity.
who going to give answer for that?
I think it's more just as simple as like the Christian teaching of turning the other cheek. You could just look at it like that. Like no matter what happens, I will not be moved from my place of, love toward you.
Thank you, Sandra, because that thought actually, and that quote actually came to my mind a little while ago. So that makes very good sense. Thank you.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so then we're going to do the dedication together. Dedication prayers, and who can share there?
I'm on an iPad. I can't, Kempo, but you're a host, so you could share it if you're on your computer. Do you have it?
No, I didn't have.
Oh, okay. Well, perhaps you could just read it. I think we all pretty much know it, or we have it, there.
Okay, I'm going to read, or Sandra, you read please English.
Okay.
You put together, so that's good.
Okay. Emaho, in the center is the marvelous Buddha Amitabha of boundless light, On the right side is the Lord of great compassion, and on the left is Vajrapani, the Lord of powerful means. All are surrounded by limitless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Immeasurable peace and happiness is the blissful pure land of Dewachen. When I and all beings pass from samsara, may we be born there without taking samsaric rebirth. May I have the blessing of meeting Amitabha face to face. By the power of the blessing of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, may we attain this aspiration without hindrance. Teata pensa driya awabodanaye soha. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. By this virtue, may I achieve omniscience. By defeating all enemies, confusion, may all who travel on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara. As Manjushri, the warrior, realized the ultimate state, and as did Samantabhadra, I will follow in their path and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. May the teachings of the great Drikumpa Ratnashri, who is omniscient Lord of the Dharma, master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara.
Thank you. See you tomorrow, everyone.
Thank you, Khenpo. See
Bye.
you.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
everyone.
Khenpo. Happy birthday, Mary.
Everyone.
Thank you, Khenpo.
Thank you. So,
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
do the Bodhisattva actions. What happened? Until tomorrow morning, not going to harm anyone.
Hey, oh, good.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. We
I
wish
hope.
everyone become Buddha. Then
Yes.
even if they harm, quickly become Buddha. Then they won't harm us anymore.
Use that we can become Buddha so fastly. If someone no harm for us, how can become a Buddha?
Yeah.
We need some treasure things to take the path.
Yes.
Mm.
Thank you, Ken.
So, David, I'm not hosting this one.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I accidentally changed Mary to the host. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. I must have.
Oh my God. Well, now.
Birthday girl.
I guess I had that on my mind. I'm sorry, Kimbo. I messed up.
Thank everybody for their birthday wishes. And now we can all go.
Yeah.
Oh, Khenpo, you got the bikini stirred up.
Actually,
That's so funny.
Actually, it changed, Kimbo, because you were recording, and now you're not recording anymore. Anything, you're just.
No, it's I'm recording. Yes.
Not on here. You're not. It's weird.
It says recording on mine.
Oh, I see. Please ask the host to give you permission to record.
Yeah, it says it's recording on mine, but not on Facebook. It just, the red light is flashing and saying recording, but no